Hey guys, we are back. So this rocket is completely full, finally. So we're good to go there. And this rocket is fueled up and ready to go as well. Now, as you can see, I got a bunch of solid rocket fuel. That's for my return trip. I got a bunch of vulcanite for the same reason. And that's before we go on our trip, I wanted to talk about something. I've been doing a little bit of math. And let's take a look here at what I kind of figured out, scratched my head, and kind of came up with, as it were. If we look at solid rocket fuel, I've been looking at space as far as shipping, because we're going to have to ship fuel up to be able to come back. I don't know how much it's going to cost me in fuel to come back. I know it's less to come back from Navis orbit, but I don't know that that's going to be the case from Claudius orbit. So let's look at some things here real quick. There are two ways to make solid rocket fuel. There is solid fuel and light oil makes one, and vulcanite, 8 vulcanite blocks make one. That's going to come in significant in a minute. So that's the two ways you can make solid rocket fuel. Now, either way, once you make it, it's solid rocket fuel. That's what it is, right? Now, liquid rocket fuel comes from solid rocket fuel at 50 per one, right? So for every one of these, you get 50 of these, whether it's from vulcanite or whether it's from fuel oil. It's the same. You get 50. Now, let's look at where is it? Where is our... There they are. Okay, so now let's look at barrels of fuel. If we barreled our fuel, liquid rocket fuel is 50 per barrel. You only get 50 in a barrel. So it's the same as one solid rocket fuel. Now, if we look, the stack size for a barrel is 10. The stack size for solid rocket fuel is 10. So they both stack to 10, okay? Vulcanite blocks, on the other hand, stack to 100. And if we look at this, it takes 8 vulcanite blocks to make one solid rocket fuel. So now let me show you the math that I came up with here. Let me see if I can get this to come over to this side. Maybe not. Alright, I was going to try and bring up... oh, there it is. Cool. It just didn't want to come over. Alright, so let's look at this. So solid rocket fuel has a stack size of 10. And each one converts into liquid fuel. So you get a total of 10 conversions per stack. Barreled liquid rocket fuel is a stack size of 10, one item per conversion, if you will, so a total of 10 conversions per barrel. Each of them represents 50 liquid fuel per conversion. It's a 50 in a barrel, 50 in a single solid rocket booster, or solid rocket fuel. So either way, you're getting 500 liquid fuel per stack, regardless of whether you take barrels or whether you take solid rocket fuel. You're getting 500. But now let's look at vulcanite. Vulcanite stacks to 100. It takes 8 to convert it to solid rocket fuel. So that gives you a 12.5 per stack of solid rocket fuel. Then you can convert that at, one per, so 12.5 times the 50 gives you 625 liquid rocket fuel. So these two, regardless of which one you bring, give you the same amount of rocket fuel per stack. The only difference is with the barrel, you have to crush the cans. And you got a can to deal with. With solid rocket fuel, you don't. But there is no difference between these two. Vulcanite, on the other hand, gives you 625. So 125 more liquid per stack. The only difference is you need 2 refineries. You need one to convert it to rocket fuel or to solid fuel, and then one to convert it to liquid fuel. But let's look at Claudius, for instance. Claudius takes me 89.5K worth of liquid fuel to get there. If I figure that out based on 500, that's 179 stacks of either solid rocket fuel or barreled liquid rocket fuel per trip. 179 stacks. That's not 179 barrels, 179 stacks. Add a zero to that, it's 1790 for the amount of barrels. So that's the amount of barrels you'd have to take of, or the amount of rocket fuel, solid rocket fuel you'd have to take of. Vulcanite, on the other hand, takes me 144 stacks. So that's 35 stacks less. That means 35 stacks of other stuff that I can cram into a rocket. 35 doesn't seem like a lot of stacks, but when you figure, say, 50 factories per stack, 35 adds up. Or 100 scaffolding per stack, that's 3,500 scaffolding. So it's that 35 is going to add up. But I just want to kind of give you guys what my math came out to. Look at these numbers, see what you guys think. If I made a mistake somewhere, point it out to me, because it is like it's midnight here, so maybe my math is wrong. But I think this works out right. So let me know what you guys think, and we'll go from there. So having said that, yeah, we'll save it. What the heck? Desktop, save. All right. So now let us go back to where we were. So that being the case, I'm going to take 2 things. I'm going to take rocket fuel with me, solid rocket fuel, and I'm going to take vulcanite with me. Because we're going to lose some of it in the trip because we don't have a landing pad, I'm going to take both. That way we've got enough to convert over. All of my necessary items, my warehouse, some space scaffolding, etc., in order to set up this location, I'm going to take with. Okay, and that should be plenty to do that. Let me round out that pile. We'll take one more. Is there anything we want to maybe swap out and take? You know what? Let's do something here. Let's put that there. Let's grab one more stack of scaffolding just to be safe. That way we got 200 scaffolding in case we need to spread out a little bit more to be able to put these down. I don't know. We'll see. But I think other than that, we should be ready to go. We've got plenty of life support. We got, we're going to switch this out when we get up there. The reason we're going to do that when we get up there, we'll lose a little bit of health. But, the thing with it is if I switch suits, then I lose spaces. I lose about 2 rows of spaces. Do I want to do that now? You know what? Let's do that now. Let's do this. Let's switch suits. So what? If you watch, I'll lose. See, I lose a row of spaces. It's not a lot, but it is a bit. So now we have to. Alright, we got 3 more. 1, 2, 3. Alright. We good? We got everything. I'm trying to keep as much stuff with me as possible so that I can get back. Now, even if we lose 10% of our fuel, we've got extra fuel, so we should be okay with that. But all of my other stuff, I want to keep it with. Alright? So let's go ahead. We should be all set up. Claudius orbit. We don't have a landing pad, so we're going to be floating in space, and we will deal with that when we get there. All right. So here we go. Let us go to Claudius. And we're off. And once we get established, we'll be able to call back and have it bring up that other rocket that is full of nothing but scaffolding. And then we should be pretty much golden. Alright, so we are going to ignore this stuff for now. Because we can't really pick it up yet anyway. Because we don't have any space in our suit to pick it up. So let's go over here, land. We're going to drop down steel chest just to start. Alright. And let's get rid of what we can out of our suits. So that we can go back and get that stuff. Right? Alright. Now, we don't have roboports, so they're not going to do anything. Let's go out here and get our crap. Stop. First thing we're going to pick up is all of these containers because we want to... Oh, there we go. We're out of space again. Back over here. And I haven't put my warehouses down because I'm not entirely sure where I want to put them yet. That's why I haven't put my warehouses down. We're just going to grab this stuff up and put it in these chests. Too far, too fast. You gotta learn to let off the keys before you get there. You don't brake so well in space. Rather than holding the keys, just tap the keys. Just kind of keep going in the right direction. We're going to grab all this scrap because the scrap will pile up pretty simply into piles. There we go. Yeah, I know. We got coronal mass ejection coming in an hour and a half. Big deal. We're ready for it down there. I see another piece down there. We'll go down and get it. The scrap doesn't give us much, but you know what? Waste not, want not. There we go. Alright, so that should be everything we need. Where's the rest of the scrap? There. Alright, not in any of them. Alright, up there it is. Alright, that's full, that's full, that's full, that's mostly full, that's full, that's mostly full. That one's full. That one's full. All right, there it is. Now we got all of our stuff. Let us find our landing pad. Landing pad, where are you? Landing pad. So we'll put our landing pad down. Now we're gonna. What I want to do is I want to put my landing pad down. Let's get these rocks out of the way. I want to put it down So I can put these supply warehouses on two sides. So we'll go ahead and get all of these rocks out of the way. Right. Is that all of them? That looks to be all of them. All right. So, where are our warehouses? Warehouses. There's the two warehouses. There's that. There's that. Where's our big solar panels? Oh, there they are. Take those. That'll get us going, right? Because, oh, and we're actually going to want the capsule. We're going to want that. We're going to want those to get us started on getting us set up. Okay, so landing pad. Let's put the landing pad down here. And then let us put down, we'll give it a space, right? And then we'll do that side. There we go. All right, so we got both of those, right? So when we come in for landing, that'll give us that. This, we want to cover all of our property for now. And then we're going to go up here. Squeeze these in as best we can. And then squeeze these in around them. I'm not too worried about what fits right now, because we're bringing up a bunch of scaffolding here shortly. All right, but that gets us that. Now, next thing we're going to want is we're going to want to be able to get the hell out of here. So we need that. We need that. And we need that. And then we need to go from that one to that one. And then we're going to need to go from a chest to that one. Right? So this one, we're going to put vulcanite in it. This one, we're going to put liquid fuel in it. And we're going to tell this one to make solid vulcanite fuel, right? And then this one, we're going to tell it to make liquid fuel. So it'll take from here, and it'll take from there. There we go. Now we need to take these. What? Oh, I took the... There. Okay. I do that every time for some reason. So, do we have any leftover rocket parts? We do not, because they all broke up on re-entry. Good thing we brought enough to make an entire rocket. Alright, there we go. So, that is going to make those, which is going to start to build our rocket. We have the capsule. Oh, and look. This, we want to go back to Navis, right? It's going to take us 44. So it's not going to take us nearly as much rocket fuel. It's going to take us about half as much fuel to get back, which is kind of nice. So we'll have plenty of fuel to go to and from, hither and fro. Now, let us, now that we've got that all done, let us set up our roboports. And we're going to set up one here. And I guess one here, right? That'll give us the most coverage for this area. I mean, it's not going to be perfect, but we'll be able to move them around and add them out. Now, did we bring, and I certainly hope that we did. Yes, we did. All right. So, passive providers, passive that. One of the things we're going to do is we're going to take all of this stuff now, and we're going to transfer it into one of these warehouses. And the reason for that is because these warehouses are now part of the network. So the bots will be able to pull out of them. Oh crap, you know what we didn't bring? Alright. We will fix that. We will fix that with quickness. We did not bring logistics bots with us, and we should have done so. We can fix that though. We can fix that from here. Alright, so there we go. We got our rocket built, we've got our rocket fueling, and we got all our crap that we need in there, right? Come on. Now what we don't have yet is logistic bots. So, let us do that. Let us take care of that problem real quick here. How we want to do this? Well, let's see. Let's go to Navis. View surface. Alright. Now, first thing we want to do, we want to turn that off so it doesn't add anymore. Right? And then we want to put down a chest. We want to limit it. That should be in the network, right? Yes, in the network. Okay. Once it's here, we're going to limit it to one stack. And then the other thing we want to do is we want to put down a requester chest. And that is going to put stuff in. Alright, we're going to limit this to one stack, right? And we are going to take out one stack of scaffolding. Right? Once it's got one stack gone, that'll give us a space that we'll be able to put one stack of logistics robots in. And then we were going to request one stack of logistics robots into there. So now we'll have our logistics robots up here. I totally forgot to bring a stack of them. That was stupid on my part. But we'll fix that. This whole being able to operate remotely is really nice. All right. So now we got all our scaffolding, and we got one stack of logistics robots. We can get rid of this, get rid of this, get rid of that. We're not going to get rid of the chest because we're going to put the chest back in when we get back down there. We will in our next robot or whatever. So we're good to go there. Now, let us change this to Claudius landing pad, and everything else should be good. That should all be good. Yes, it is. Launch that puppy. And then let's get out of there and watch it come in. Boom, 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 boom. Boom. All right, so now that will give us, and we're going to take those because we'll take them back with us. Take that back with us too. What the hell? Right, so there's 25. The rest are going on the other side, I guess. Yep, 25. So we're going to take them out, and we're going to take the ones out of here, and we're going to go ahead and put them in the RoboPort. Why is there only 49? Is one of them wandering around somewhere already, or it just didn't make it? Okay, we lost one. No, is what it looks like. We lost one bot on the way up here. That's fine. We'll leave all of this. This is the rocket parts. We can arrange all of that later. That's all the fuel. We're going to go ahead and change these to requester chests. We're not going to set an amount for them yet. We're just going to change them to requester chests because they're going to want to be requester chests anyway to pull out of supply and to pull into that. We want to change that one to a requester chest as well. There we go. So now, oh, and you know what else we want? We are going to want a requester chest there. And a requester chest there. Really, we only need one. But we're going to put two. We're going to put one on each of them. That way, if we want to send up more bots and we want to put them in the system, they will go into the system, and that'll be that. Do we want to take a capsule back down with us, or do we want to leave the two capsules up here? I think we want to leave the two capsules up here. I think we're fine with leaving the two capsules up here. That is that, guys. We now have a base on Claudius. And now we can, once we got all this scaffolding, we can start kind of building this out a little bit. That's how far out we can go for right now. So that'll get us over to this one and over to this one. And then we can start requesting more RoboPorts and things like that. But now we can operate autonomously. because we have bots, we have roboports. Everything is hooked into the supply system. These are not dummies. They're smart storage, as opposed to stupid storage, which is not hooked into the system. Solar wise, we got more than enough solar with that. So I think we're good to go, and I think we're all set up. So while we're farting around, let us take a look at Nilaus and see how Nilaus is doing. So it looks like we are still running along nicely here. We're building up our stone. We ain't got much. We ain't got much in the way of sand. We're getting a lot of plates though. That's cool. Looks like our loop here is working okay. You know, we're doing all right with that. Excuse me. Over here, how do we look? Oh yeah, look, nice. Vulcanite seems to be like the miracle material. It increases your production of stuff. It's burnable by itself in furnaces, and you can make rocket fuel out of it. So it is the shiznit. How we doing on these little orange things? Good. We got 2 rows of them. That should be plenty. I think that is all working out good. How are we doing in regards to our mines? I don't know. Let's go up and take a look. See. Not a lot. We got a few that maybe are ready to be picked up, but nothing. Yeah, just the outliers for those. Let's go over here and look at our coal. Yeah, see, coal we're really going to be going through. We're down almost to nothing on the coal there. Let's go down and take a look down here. It is Halloween, right? That one's looking good. We're looking down here. That one's not looking bad. Iron seems to be doing okay. That one's almost ready to be picked up too. Iron, the outliers, yeah, that's what we expect. This one's completely used up. This one we got to pick up the remainder of the stuff. Got one more out here. This is a stone, and it's getting down. And then we got our coppers. Copper shouldn't be too bad. And there's a fair bit of copper on this planet. Not a lot of coal, but a fair bit of copper. Stone, not a lot of stone, but the entire surface is stone. And we got this puppy going too. How are we looking over here? Oh yeah, this is completely filled. This is completely filled. So we're gonna have to start processing this stuff a lot faster, and turning it into stuff, because otherwise our what you call it's gonna get completely backed up, and we're not gonna be able to do anything. Iron is okay. Uranium is okay. Wasn't there a copper one too? Yeah, copper's right here. It's doing okay. Stone is doing okay. There's another stone here, which is doing okay. And then I think somewhere over here, where is it? I thought we had, there it is. Our coal's not doing bad, so we're doing okay. Everything's looking all right. Right now, it's not building a lot of stuff. All it's doing, really, at this point, is just processing this little bit of processing. So we're going to have to increase our vulcanite processing because, man, we're going to be shipping that stuff like freaking everywhere. It's good stuff. It's gonna be very profitable to be running that stuff around. So there we go. That's what we got going, guys. We're all set up here, and you know, we can help this along, I suppose. There we go. Right? Right. So, are we fueled up? We are fueled up and ready to go back home. I'm going to make a spreadsheet of what it's going to cost me in fuel to go to the different places so that I can start planning better rather than taking a whole boatload with me. But for now, we know what we need. I'm not gonna fill the vulcanite one up. That was just an experiment to see if it would work, mostly because I want to save the vulcanite for other things up here. For now, because we got to get back to doing our science research. But we're looking good. Is there anything we need to take back home with us at this point? Well, you know what? We can take the scrap with us. We can take the stone with us. We can take the copper ore with us. Because those things we'll just process at home. Doesn't look like anything else in this one. Doesn't look like anything else in this one. Oh, you know what we're going to do? Let us do one more. If we've got one, I think we got one more requester. We should have one more requester chest somewhere, I thought. No? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that's all we brought with us, I think, was 5. Alright, fine. What we're going to do is we're going to steal this one, because we can send one up. We can send one up. We don't, as a matter of, yeah. Because what we'll do, because we have these, but we don't want to put them in until after we leave. You know what? Screw it. We can worry about that later. We can worry about that later. We'll just leave that alone for now. We've got it set up. It's all placed. We can always go in here and change what we need to change. Let's head home. Now we've got this to where we can start building. We can start sending up rockets on the regular. And novice landing pad. Boom, 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 boom. Everything's good to go. And we're off. Back home. So on our next rocket up, we are going to be sending roboports, and we're going to be sending probably shit, we don't want to put that there, we want to put it here. We're going to probably be sending substations. Substations, I think, is going to be our best bet for I don't know, but we'll put them in there for now. We don't want to start putting anything else in this next rocket yet. We just wanted to build it, and we wanted to build this one. That's all we want to do, is we want to get them built. Oh, that's why. Okay. Because it was sending them up from there too. Because we had a small amount of them going in until we built this big thing. And we can probably get rid of this line at some point. Yeah, so our next flight up is probably going to be things like roboports. We're going to start building belts and stuff first. Belts and pipes, so that we can really kind of start transporting stuff up there and stuff. So we're gonna be working down here on the ground for a little bit. But we're all set. There we go. And we are taking over the sun. So, and again, like I said, check my math on that stuff, guys. See what you think. See if it makes sense to you. That seems to work out to be the case to me, is that it's kind of 50-50 on solid fuel versus barrels of liquid fuel. The only difference is with the barrels, you have to take care of the barrels. Now, if you need barrels in space, that's not a bad thing. But generally speaking, it looks like the way to go is to just ship up vulcanite and then double convert it, and it's going to save you space. So, all right, I'll talk to you later. Bye.